To view the rowing club's inventory of boats, let's pull down the navigation menu and select Boats. So here is the list of boats owned by ARC. They're listed by boat type and then alphabetically. And the seat count for each boat includes the cox if it has one. A word about boat types. The digit in a boat type is the number of rowers. If the type contains X, it's a sculling boat. That is, each rower has 2 oars. So 1X is a single scull, or just single in common parlance. 2X is a double scull, or just double. And 4X is a quadruple scull, or just quad. If a boat's type doesn't contain X, it's a sweep boat. That is, each rower has 1 oar. If the type ends with a plus, it's coxed. So, for example, 4 plus, that's a 4-oar boat, 4 rowers, each with 1 oar, plus a cox. So the seat count is 5. And an 8 actually has a seat count of 9, including its cox. If the type ends in a minus rather than a plus, for example, Hugh Perry is a 2 minus, that's a sweep boat because it doesn't have X, and it is not coxed. And you can't just leave off the plus, you have to replace it with a minus. So this is a sweep boat with 2 oars and 2 rowers, 2 oars, and no cox, and it's known as a pair oar. We have one uncoxed 4-seat sweep boat, and that is called a straight 4. There are various other combinations, such as 2 plus would be a coxed pair oar, but ARC doesn't have any of those, so I'm not going to bother to go into them here. Now, each boat requires certain skills of its rowers. Each rower's skills are assessed and recorded by the coaches, and in many cases, a boat skill requirement is higher for outings without a coach. For example, Alice Robinson, up here at the top, requires its rower to have a skill rating of 4 in an uncoached outing, but if the outing is coached, then 3 rating of 3 is okay. Down here, looking at Gray Hudson 1, it is a competitive single. It requires a skill level of 5 in the coached outing, and that's the highest there is. And it's not to be rowed at all in an uncoached outing. It can be reserved only by competitive team coaches and the club head coach. Now, in addition to minimum rower skills, each boat also has a maximum rower weight. That's in this column here. We don't weigh our members, so observance of weight limits is on the honor system. Most of these boats can be reserved. This boat can be reserved only by competitive team coaches and the club head coach. I'm sorry, that's this one here, Gray Hudson. But this one can be reserved by anybody. If the boat is rowable, it'll say yes here. If it's down for repairs, it'll be indicated with a no here, not rowable. If it's signed out, that'll be noted here. And if it's available to be taken out right now, that'll be indicated in this column.